So you can hear the bang at the gate, and the police moved in swiftly to prevent those who are banging the gate to stop. Now we see the chairman of the Greater Accra Regional the NPP go home, so he can tell us why they are gathered here and not at the office of Chairman, why are you here at the NIB office at this moment?
Well, we are here to support the process to bail out our chairman for Ashanti region. Basically, we were at the ECO office in the morning, and we were told that he's been taken to the hospital to seek medical attention, and so we should wait. He will be coming back. Yeah, we only went there this afternoon. He said no, he's been moved to the BNI office here. So say we are here. The party leadership is well represented here. The former flag bearer himself is also on his way. He will be joining us shortly, and we will go in and see if we'll be able to get him out today. But I hope that we should be able to do that today.
Earlier, we heard in the news generally that the party former flag bearer actually was putting or taking steps to get him out. How far with that process?
The details of what he's been able to do so far will be made known to us once he arrives. But for now, I think it will be good that we wait. We have one shorty already, and we are seeking to arrange the second one. He's taken it upon himself to facilitate that one. So let's wait and see what will happen.
Definitely he's going to come here.
We are expecting that he should be here.
And when he comes, what impact do you think his presence will make?
Oh, of course. He's a public figure of that stature. And naturally, you expect that once he's here, it means that the creme de la creme of the party is here. Before coming here, he has engaged other leaders of the party. And our understanding is that he coming here should be able to, give us the needed intervention that we are looking for to be able to get Wontumi out of this place.
To what extent have you engaged your party members to equally behave such that the situation do not degenerate into something else?
Yeah, you can understand. The MPP is a very big party, as you know, and we have all types of, human entities that you know here. You can see what's happening right behind you. Whilst I'm talking to you, I'm also trying at the same time to make sure that I hold our guy in check. It's like that, but I think largely we've done that. Otherwise, you would have seen, what will not be pleasant. We are a party that believes in the rule of law, and we think that we should be able to allow due process, to take its rightful place. Except that where we think that the system is being artificially, skewed against us, then you see what, you see this kind of behavior. But so far, I think that we've been able to speak well with our people, and that's why we've conducted ourselves well so far.
The layman on the street want to know why over 88 or almost 88 MPs made their presence known at the EOCO office. That did not really make any impact. The party hierarchy, you've all been speaking for the Ashanti Regional Chairman, and till now, that has not really sync well with the investigative body that is still holding him. And there is this school of thought also that the MPs and the party stalwarts could have just put resources together and ensure you secure the bail for him. What would be your response to all this?
Let me first of all ask if you know the condition that the ECO is asking for as a bill, condition for Chairman Wontumi.
We are told 50 million Ghana cedis.
So now, assuming that we will be able to mobilize that within us, would you want to spare a thought for the precedent that we are setting? This is a party chairman. This is somebody who was, until he was picked, he was cooperating with the security agencies. CID invited him, he was there, and then just as he was granted bail and he was on his way out, the ECO also got involved and arrested him. This is not somebody who is running away. If you see the political actors that are here now, that should tell you that, he has a support base that guarantees his availability. So if you are conditioning...
Aside his availability, is there conditions to be met for the bill to be secured?
Yes, so if you are asking for 50 million, we think that is way, way, way too much. Do you understand? It's way, way, way too much. So what we are asking, first of all, is that ECO should, vary it a little, and then we'll be able to,
What in your estimation would have been considerate?
Well, something around 10 million should have been fine. You're asking for 50 million. If today, this is what we are allowing to happen, what if tomorrow somebody else who will not be able to mobilize the kind of support that we are having now? Then what will happen to that person? We need to understand the game that the NDC is playing. And in our view, myself in particular, I think that this is a diversionary tactics of the NDC. He says, Her Excellency, the Vice President came with a private jet. And the the story of, what's his name? Honorable Blackwell. What he said he would do, should this happen, it has happened. So ordinarily, the media's focus would have been on him and that story, putting pressure on him to resign, as he has said. But with this kind of situation, this is where the media attention is, and nobody is looking at that one. It's a political gimmick, you see. But whatever it is, we are here. Wontumi is not going anywhere. It's not running away. They must bail him for the legal processes to continue. And that is why we are here.
I want to thank you very much for speaking to us. So that is the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Entry Buesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, is currently in custody here at the NIB office at Reach. Madam, welcome to Channel 1 News. Basically, you are in yellow, well put together, so quiet and observing things. What really one would say, do you bring to the table in terms of securing bail for the Ashanti Regional Chairman?
I am part of the New Patriotic Party, and as a member who thinks that another member, not just a member, but a leader in the strongest hold of our party is being intimidated like this, I believe it is prudent that I should be here and then be part of the people that are gathering base for him to be released. I might not necessarily have anything, but my support is, especially when I want to be the next woman to lead the New Patriotic Party. I think it is right and prudent for me to be here. What they are doing, it is not right, because even if you understand, he's wrong or he's at fault, grant him bail, or otherwise process him to court and let the court grant him bail. Everybody is entitled to his or her freedom, and at this moment they are clearly violating it, which is not good. So I am here, I am part of it. We would make sure that, or we'll stand here and make sure that they bring him out, give him to us for us to take our person away. Otherwise, probably we're not also leaving.
The security says all they need is a 50 million bill. I mean, you should be able to secure that.
It is not a problem now. As we speak, Dr. Bawumia is on his way with party leadership. They've managed to. But you see, one may ask, how is it that you take him to Yoko and then you transfer? I mean, what at all is his crime? You understand? It is as though they are up to something, and truly.
We came here on information that the regional chairman of the Ashanti region, who happens to be my regional chairman, happens to be here. So the leadership of the minority and a couple of us came here to see if we will get access to at least see him and see how he is doing. We've also gotten information that the vice president, the former vice president, is also coming to visit him. So we are all here waiting that they'll grant access so that we'll be able to see him and see how he's faring so that we can communicate that to our people. But most importantly, we believe that it is about time the government looks at some of these intention to keep you inside. So as it stands now, they didn't even present him before a court of competent jurisdiction so that the court would then determine whether they should be able to keep him beyond the hours. And currently he's being held in custody without any court process or anything. And I believe they are infringing upon his rights, his fundamental human rights. He's human like any other person. And I've heard that the Attorney General has preferred some charges against him, be it fraud and other charges. But be as it may, let him have his day in court so that the court will determine whether he's guilty or not. But continuing to keep him is just trying to use a sledgehammer to kill a fly.
Were you part of the honorable MPs who sat in front of the Iyoko office yesterday?
Yes, exactly. Yesterday I was part, because yesterday we had information he was in the Iyoko building. He was being kept in the Iyoko premises. We went there so that we get access to see him. We stayed there for a very long time, all the leadership of the minority, but then to get access to see him. We stayed there for a very long time, all the leadership of the minority, but then get the opportunity to do a sit-down protest so that at least it will send a signal to them that...
So what did you achieve with that actually?
No, so because of, at least yesterday we had all of you around, all the media guys were around, and it sent a signal to Ghanaians. Ghanaians were able to see and understand what was going on. If we had not done what we did, I'm sure today most people will not even be following this issue. But we've created the awareness. We've made people aware that Chairman Wontumi has been kept beyond the required period of the 48 hours. And I've seen civil society and a couple of people, concerned people, adding their voices so that his rights will not be trampled upon. At the end of the day, it is Chairman Wontumi today. It could be anybody tomorrow. It could be anybody tomorrow.
But 88 MPs, one would have thought that, Charlie, you have the resources to pull together and ensure that the bill conditions are met within a matter of minutes or hours.
Like I said, it's not that people have not come together to get even the bill.
That was done?
But the point I made earlier, that even when you're able to do it, they'll tell you they'll go and vet the properties. And if vetting properties that amount to 50 million Ghana cedis, it's not a one-day job. And even the officers that will go and do those things, would they be available? So we are in a situation where if the government wants to use the full force of their power on you, the government will do it anyway, anyhow. But I believe we all have to speak against these excesses so that it doesn't happen to any Ghanaian.
As a lawmaker, I would put some direct questions to you. In this regard, when MPs sit in Parliament to formulate laws for us, and when MPs come to power in terms of political parties they belong to, there is this school of thought that the way and manner our institutions is usually managed and handled under each government is the cause for worry, and that is why we are here today. The NDC may also be having this mindset that, okay, you did it to this group of people when we were here and when you were here, and this sort of conversation keeps coming up every now and then. What do you think should be the way forward to streamline the process so that if the state agency is working, it is working in all fairness and transparency, and when there will be no political interference in the way state agencies do work?
No, I believe that at a point in time we have to make changes in our laws so that some of these state agencies will be independent of the political class, so that they will be able to operate without political interference. Because what is happening is currently we are doing a retaliatory politics. Every government comes and then they want to retaliate, and it continues that way. And I don't see the end to this, because with what is happening, there are extremists within the party who also feel that in the near future, when they also have the opportunity, they'll do the same thing. And today I get concerned that even if you are in any political party, you should be concerned as a political class that your future is not promised, because anything can happen to you. Okay, but what I believe in is that these things have to end at a point in time. Even looking at what happened with the Chief Justice issue, currently with the Chief Justice issue is looking like the same thing. People feel it happened to the former Electoral Commission, so they have to hound out an arm of government. And these things will continue and eventually to hurt all our institutions.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Honorable Michael. First introduce yourself to us and then basically tell us what you think should be done on this whole issue.
Well, my name is Kojo Poku. Basically, we want to visit our chairman to find out how he's doing. And then we understand that the former flag bearer, the former vice president is also visiting. So we are coming to basically support the former vice president to pay courtesy call on Wontumi to find out his health and then the state he's in, and then make sure that we make sure the right thing is done.
How did you gather intel so quickly that he was relocated to the NIB from Yoko?
No, we went to Yoko, and when we gathered at Yoko, they told us that because they are aware, I mean, all the authorities have been informed that the former vice president is visiting. So I think it's then that they told the advance party for the former vice president that they should come here instead of Yoko.
Oh, okay, that's how you got to know. Now, generally, the crowd we see here is no mean a number to talk about. And the figure you are here to also protest for his release, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, is no mean a person. Can you basically tell us if indeed this thing, you, in your personal view, is some form of, has some political undertone?
Well, there's a word that somebody used, and he said that there's always so many ways to go about it. Indeed, if something has been done, and you need to invite him, and you need to basically interrogate him, there are many processes to go through. Police are allowed to give bail. But I think the bail conditions, as everybody has been said, is a bit harsh for somebody you invited to help you with investigation. When you are charging him to court, then it's a different story altogether. But for now, I think if they are just doing their own investigation, the bail conditions is a bit too harsh.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. So that is Eriko Poku, who just spoke to us on some of these issues. So we have David Kankam-Bwedu with us, who you are aspiring for the national chairmanship.
Yes.
So a number of aspirants are trooping here. Is it the case that you want to show your face so that when the time comes for election, your faces will be recognized for smooth process?
Far from that.
Okay.
Far from that. In fact, Wontumi is our brother. Whether position or not, we cannot leave him here, obviously. If it happens to you, I will come. Would that mean that I want to work for Channel 1? It is Channel 1 TV. If anything happens to you, I will come. Very much so. You're Ghanaian. So it's not about...
A number of such happened in the past. I didn't see you.
Exactly. Because I've said it. MPP has become I'm looking for a political party. The party has turned into a boxing association. That's why I took a back seat. The reason why I went back bench. I'm looking for a political party. But this is it's not a political party now, isn't it? It is
the NPP is a boxing association.
It has turned into a boxing association.
Why so?
Well, you know what is happening, isn't it?
I do not know. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, my last words will be that between my brother Kennedy Japan and Bawumia supporters, they will be the last group to break the party. You know what is happening. The war must stop. Why and where did John Mahama got the power to lock Wontumi?
John Mahama did not lock Wontumi. It's the security operatives. They are doing their job. You want this to stop at a point. And so the moment you begin to give it political painting and brushing it, I mean, you're obviously saying that each time the police or the security agencies want to do their work,
I think you do not understand
we should
what I'm
say
trying to
that
John
political figures are behind
John
it.
Mahama's title is Commander-in-Chief
Of the Ghana Armed Forces. I've not seen the military here.
No. What I'm saying is he's in charge. Are you saying the vice versa of what you're saying? If Mahama gives order right now, Wontumi will not be released?
He wants institutions to work, so he doesn't probably want to involve himself in any case.
The question is if. He will want the institutions to obviously work. I know. But if, in court, if Mahama gives the order right now, what will happen? You know the answer. You know the answer.
Has it happened like that in the past?
We live in Ghana. We live in Ghana. Quite obviously, if we want to be factual, Ghana has become a rogue country. That's what I can see. Because to arrest someone, bring him here, and all the cases the NPP had against NDC in court, the Attorney General has cleared all of them. Have you thought about that?
Those are concerning, really, for you.
So this is not for me, for our democratic practices. So if you clear some NDC members that have cases in court, and you start bringing NPP members, that is the reason why I have to mention the name of John Mahama. You politicize it. If it is my mother, and I'm the president, that has caused any crime, and that they're in court, I would have brought Wontumi, and my mother will be going to court as well.
I want to thank you very much for speaking to us. Now we see that the party supporters, they've now taken seats on the road, not permitting any vehicle to move beyond this point. And so this is a Kia car that is, I think, a ride-hailing app that has a ride-hailing driver that has just gotten to this place and has since been blocked not to move further. Now the driver has no option than to ask the one behind him to go, and so the security are now, or the police are now in charge and redirecting traffic such that the vehicles can go back, and he's caught up in the traffic. Gentlemen, you are caught up in this traffic. You are not aware there is anything happening here, are you? You are not aware anything like this was happening here? Well, he's also putting up a frustrated face though, because he doesn't see the reason why the road has suddenly been blocked, and he's not going to be allowed to make his way to go further.
What are you doing?
I'm well. No chairman.
No road.
No chairman.
Yes, no road. No chairman Wontumi, no road.
You are so passionate about this. Why?
I'm passionate. We are asking so many basic questions. Ibrahim Mama, has he paid the loan he took at port?
That's an independent person. Let's leave him out of this conversation. Let's leave him. Let's leave Ibrahim Mahama out of this conversation. I have given you the platform to share the reason why you are here. But tell us, you are sitting on the road. You are sitting on the road. Very well.
This road that you are seeing us seated is for us today. It's very simple. We are all Ghanaians. What is good for the other person must be good for the other one too. Now we are asking basic questions. You've kept the man there more than 48 hours. Basically in Ghana here, if you arrest somebody, at least maximum 48 hours.
And you present the person before the court. Yeah.
The case they are handling, it is not a treason case, whereby they will tell me that there's no bail. Irrespective of what the case is. And giving somebody bail does not end the case. There is process and procedure. Okay? So we are telling the security agencies that you don't have that power.
Okay. So now the security agencies gave him bail.
Yes.
And it is for you to meet the bill. That is one leg of the conversation which most of you don't want to address.
What you are telling me is not true. If you are telling me they gave him bail and the bail have conditions that they have to meet, and that is why they didn't meet and is there, that is never true.
Okay. Are you informed that the bail conditions have been met? Do you have that assurance that those bail conditions were met?
That will be cleared and shown when the former Vice President, His Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, comes out here to tell us that he, being the leader of the party now, have been able to do ABC for the chairman inside there. Don't forget, he's a regional chairman. Okay? He's more or less the president of Kumasi. Okay? So we are saying that we don't have any problem with anybody. If they think that then MPP that they used to intimidate with guns and those hot waters and others, they should bear in mind that the party MPP cut across all persons in Ghana here. It is not only accounts. They can do that with accounts. I am a Northern. I am a Frafra by tribe from Bolga, and I'm saying that we will not take those intimidations. Manga kabo yeta wana yelma kala yelka mang vulke tum vulke. Baba kabo mo yelka mang inga de Ghana nera Ghana mande Ghana nera. So te yeti Ghana ruma senza yelka maya. Eji, the age is my own brother. I wouldn't sunga. Teba part let's you put sanka tuna.
I don't understand the language, but I want to believe that you are making
understand. I am making
you are not making
vibrant sense to the AG who might be standing in to do the litigation for them. That, let me put it in his L1, his mother tongue. That is Dr. Dominic Ayine. That Hosan Botason, Tonson, Hosanka Botason, Bolka East, Lam Huana Pa Ankarawa. Tomakati Tiside, get back to her age, let your mama, Tantaragana Manama, Tankira Party Point, it about say, they can sack Zina, they can sack Bere, Basanta Panga, Baking Boko. If there is a competent MP in NDC, he should go to Boku. That is my area. I want them, if they think they know how to arrest, and there are cases to arrest, they should go and arrest Boku. They should try it and see what will happen.
How do you say thank you in the language?
Mporia.
Mporia. Thank you for speaking to us, my brother. So that is an aggrieved party supporter who just spoke to us, and he spoke his mother tongue, basically addressing
In your shot now are scenes and sounds from the NIB office here in Accra, where we understand the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Enchibu is currently over there because he's been moved from the Iyoko headquarters based on an earlier information given to an advance team of the former Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, who had earlier indicated his willingness to go over to the Iyoko head office to try and secure a bail for Chairman Wontumi. Now, the advance team was given an information that Chairman Wontumi has been moved to the NIB office around Ridge, and so they would have to head over there to try and see if the team will be able to secure the 50 million cedis bail bond that is currently imposed on the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Enchibu. Now, this is day 4 of the arrest and subsequent detention of Chairman Wontumi. On Tuesday, he appeared at the CID headquarters upon an invitation by the CID officers. Right after his interrogation ended, he was met at the entrance of the CID office by officers from the Economic and Organized Crime Office, who had mentioned that he is currently under other investigation, and so they had to take him over to the head office of the Economic and Organized Crime Office. That particular Tuesday night, Chairman Wontumi fell ill, and he's been in and out of the hospital. Now, according to his lawyers, they have tried everything possible to secure a bail for him, and so as it stands now, we are waiting for the appearance or a visit by the former Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who understand is expected to be at the NIB office to try and get a bail for Chairman Wontumi. According to his lawyers, he's not been well for the past 4 days, and they have not also been able to get access to him for most of the period that he's been in detention. And so they're trying all they can to ensure that Chairman Wontumi is released today so that he can be able to get proper medical care, as his health status is currently not the best. Let's go live to the NIB office where my colleague Fred Ho is joining us again. Fred, if you can hear me, what's the current situation?
Yes, Hawa. Yes, Hawa. So we still continue our live coverage of the detention of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Entry-Buesiakon, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, and he was moved from the premises of Iyoko. He's currently at NIB at Reach. And we understand the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is expected to make an appearance in this office in the next few minutes. And basically, the party supporters are waiting at the gate, and their message is one, that until the chairman is released, they are not moving an inch. We have the Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party here to tell us what they've done so far to advance the bail condition that was set by the security operatives. Paka, so far, why are we still here marking time?
Thank you very much. Let me first of all take the opportunity to send my regards to our viewers. I may say that our leadership are still working on the bail condition, but this bail condition we're talking about is something very difficult to meet. For me, I feel it is deliberate from the NDC and their government. I don't even agree with our leadership still looking for properties and other staff to meet that bail condition. There are so many ways of killing a cat. We've all been in this country where just a little thing the NDC will call all their supporters to wherever it is, and they will create a lot of confusion. Burning ties, doing all kind of bad things.
That would amount to lawlessness.
Because the NDC is also being lawlessness, in the sense that why should you arrest somebody over 48 hours and give bail condition that the person can meet? It is deliberate. So they are being lawlessness. So equally, we also have to do same.
As for lawlessness, we won't preach it. But I think just like yes, but
we are saying we are calling.
Lawless.
I'm saying we are calling all NPP people. We are calling all. We are not bringing cutlasses. We are not bringing guns. We are not bringing stones. But our democratic right is that we can demonstrate. This is not a planned demonstration, but somebody's right is being taken away from the person, and the constitution of this country allows that we should protect our rights, and that is exactly what we are doing. So on this note, I'm calling all NPP people across this country, especially Greater Accra, to come out in their numbers at NIB, so that we'll tell them that we are ready. They should kill all of us. We want our chairman today, and we don't want him any other day. What has he done? If you are saying somebody has gone to borrow, is that the way to take money from the person? What at all has he done that he deserved this kind of maltreatment? It is not fair. His Excellency the President must look into this. I know that our party apparatchiks are engaging him, but what they are doing is not good. This thing didn't start from now. Just after the election, when it was sworn in, they started ransacking, Rambo style, entering into our appointees' residence.
The focus now is Chairman Wontumi. Now we know that the former vice president.
Continue if we don't stop it now.
The former vice president.
I'm afraid I'm regional secretary for the party. It's regional chairman. Today is the regional chairman that is being dealt with. Tomorrow it can be Parker. So we need to stop it now. And I'm pleading with all NPP's party supporters, NPP party officers, that look, it is not about Chairman Wontumi, it is about the NPP. We have to stand on our rights. This is not proper. Today is Chairman Wontumi, tomorrow it can be me or any other person. A grassroots person, a police station officer at Ablekuma Central, just about a week ago was arrested for no reason. He was kept in cells in Nima and was released. And up to now, they haven't been able to tell him what wrong he has done. And it's happening. Some of these our young men will be arrested, they will be taken far away, will be beaten, and they will release them. For how long? And those people come in masks. So you are unable to recognize them. What is happening? Is that the Ghana that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo left for John Mama? This is not the Ghana we left for him.
We are expecting the former vice president to make an appearance right here, and we are told his presence obviously will make the difference. What do you think he's coming to do generally, if you can give us some inside information?
Well, I feel it's not a bad idea for him coming here. But the question is, is it important that he will come here before our chairman is released? It is not proper. Let's do the right thing. I don't think it's proper. I want
to turn our attention to what is happening right there. We realize that the Joy News reporter or the cameraman, they want to pounce on him. They are currently shoving him and asking him to leave the place. We do not know what the situation is. I want to get a sense of what really the situation is, and he's been heckled here, and now the reporter is in the middle here, and he's being
Is it the case that you went to spin the report or what?
No. Well, so it's just a banter between the supporters and a colleague journalist from Joy News. As it stands now, the supporters are quite aggrieved with certain things, and now it's been settled, and so calm has been restored, and generally they are just going about their duty at this moment. We want to get close to the gate again and see which party member figure can we meet, and also get a sense of what is happening. Now there is this gentleman who is also shouting that the Joy News guy has broken his phone screen, and so he's looking for him to fix his phone for him, but he's been dragged away at this moment. Well, so at this moment we have come close to the gate to appreciate the party figures that are present at the gate and what they are doing, or what information they've received from the security operatives. We see that we have some senior police officers at the gate. Have they engaged you? What has been the discussion? First, introduce yourself to us. We know you, but our viewers want to know you.
Of course, I'm Isaac Bawumia, the Member of Parliament for Ifeanyi constituency in the Western region. So, as you can see, the former Vice President of the Republic, and the 2024 flag bearer of the NPP will be visiting Chairman Wontumi this evening, and all of us as members of Parliament are here to support the bid and to go with him, all with one objective, that today we expect that Chairman Wontumi will be released on bail so that we can go ahead.
I am asking if there has been any engagement with the senior officers. Officers right there. Okay, just give me a minute, I'll be back to you. Now, the party supporters say they won't agree for the police to mount any barricade to prevent them from the frontage, and so they are pushing off the barricade and also asking that the security operatives or the police do not dare mount any barrier to obstruct them from achieving their objective this moment. And so all of them are pushing the barricade away, and the police officers are looking on. At this moment, they have the numbers here seem to overpower the police, and so that is the chaos happening. The National Investigative Bureau office at Reach. The police, they have come in with a number of barricades, and they are literally coming to mount a barricade. And from all indication, it is quite obvious that all supporters who are present here will be asked to go behind the barricade and leave the forecourt of the frontage of the NIB, and the party supporters sensing that they will be pushed to leave here, they have quickly started objecting to that idea to mount barriers at the NIB. And the party supporters are also here in their numbers. Senior police officers are here in their numbers, and they are ensuring that there is a certain level of law and order. So the chaos still continues, the confusion still continues. The police are also making inroads gradually. They want to mount their barricade, and the supporters are objecting to that decision by the police. So far, we've seen that they've been able to place some barricades here firmly, and they are guarding same from the supporters to move it now. And the party supporters, some of them do approach the police and they engage in some conversation as to what they should do to ensure this place is calm and peaceful. Now they are also protesting the fact that they don't want the situation to degenerate into something else. The police are still having that conversation with what is happening. We are still at the NIB office at Reach. We see a staunch Dr. Bawumia supporter right here, a member of the NPP. What's your full name?
Why is the question for me?
What's your full name?
Why is the question for me?
Okay, I have no question for you if you don't want to mention your name. We need your name on TV, so if you want to mention it, that is fine. So some of the supporters, let's go have a conversation with the MP. We're having a conversation with earlier, and we see but let's continue with our earlier conversation with the MP on what the conversation has been all this while. Now we see that you've been here for some time now, engaging with the senior police officers. What have they been telling you?
No, they don't have much information about what is going on. They are just providing general security around the area. And so, but our information suggests that, of course, our objective of ensuring that the bail conditions are met today, and then he's released to go back home and also to take care of his health, is all that we are checking. The Vice President will be joining us very soon here. And so we are upbeat that the state will not continue to use its excessive power to deny people their constitutional rights. And we hope, if you look at what is happening here, it is completely needless. We are only talking about a bill. Why would you bring people, cause it to amass people to this place and get all this confusion? If you are not careful, like you saw happening over there, then the next time you realize there will be some breaks or confusion in the area. We want to avoid, we are talking to them to be very calm in this regard. And so we expect that very soon the Vice President will join us, and then we will complete the process.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. So we've been speaking to some members of parliament, some party stalwarts, leadership of the party, both in the region and national, and they've been sharing their perspective on this whole issue. So the confusion still continues. We see the agitation still continue. Now we want to see the signs at the gate. We see no entry for commercial and unauthorized vehicles. And then again we see photography or filming strictly prohibited. The gate is so tall, about 20 to 30 meters tall, and to that effect you can't really see beyond this point. There is no way until the gate is opened, you may not be able to get what is happening in there. The former Youth and Sports Minister, Honorable Yusuf, is here to, he looks so collected, he looks so calm, as if there is nothing at stake really. But we all know the cause you are fighting for, the release of the Ashanti Regional Chairman. Over the period he's been detained till this time, in your view, what do you think is happening?
It's totally unaccepted. We all know that this country is ruled by laws. And once the person, even if you have committed any crime against the state, there are procedures and rules that you have to take the person through. The bail condition given to him is so high that nobody can meet such bail condition. But we are here because the flag bearer of the MPP, the 2024 flag bearer, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the former Vice President, is coming to pay him a visit. And we are here to support him, to go and pay him a visit, and also to see him and to reassure him that the whole party is behind him, and we'll make sure that the government follow due process in making sure that they get him released on bail, so that whatever charges that they have against him, they can charge him. But to keep him here more than 48 hours is totally unacceptable. It's not done anywhere in the world. It's not done anywhere in the world.
Maybe we've had enough conversation on this whole thing, but to veer a bit into sports, just
Please,
oh yeah, no, I know. I mean, this is a conversation for the two of us alone. Just for the two of us alone.
I'm not speaking anything about sports. I've done enough of sports already. Now I'm a member of parliament for the people of Yagaba Kubor constituency. Let me concentrate on that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. And so that is the former sports Minister, Honorable Yusuf, right there. And I wanted to tease a bit of words from him regarding the fact that the debt, or I mean the amount owed former coaches and present coaches has been cleared. Or they didn't really make of that, but he's declined to make any comments on that. Gentlemen, I've seen you move up and down with your beret and everything. Your full name and so far, what are you hopeful to achieve at the end of the day?
So far, so good. I'm Valentino Nino Enote. I'm the former parliamentary candidate 2024 for the MPP in Korle Klottey. Yes. And as you are aware, it's no news. Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi, he's been engaged with the police and then the Yoko. And then it's just today I got to know about the NIB one.
Oh, okay.
What we are saying
how did you hear about it?
I mean, it's all over the media. It's all over the news. You know, news travels fast. And then all we are saying is, I am not asking that the law shouldn't work. I'm not asking the law shouldn't work. But all I'm saying is, the bail condition, he's been granted bail, but the condition is too high. We are pleading. There's a human face to everything. You understand? And at the end of the day, all these matters will travel to the law courts, where it will be determined whether he's guilty or not. But for now, he has rights. He has rights. You've given him bail conditions that you know he will not be able to meet. It's as if you don't want him out. So we are only here to show solidarity and also to inform. Can see what's going on. To show solidarity and also to inform everybody that this could happen to any other person. We just believe in the rule of law. I mean,
thank you very much. So the chants still continue. Party supporters are here in their numbers. So we see that the vice president is here. The vice president just arrived, and that is the main reason why the crowd has shifted or gravitated towards that far end to welcome him, and also to welcome him basically to the NIB premises. They are clearing the way for him to come in and also engage with the NIB leadership. At this moment, we can say that maybe his presence is going to do the magic for his release. Hold this one. Okay, this is the minority leader, rather, not the vice president. So, Yes, at this moment he's making his way to the gate. From all indication, they don't want to allow him to go beyond this point. Charlie. So, minority leader is making his way to the entrance of the gate, where he's expected to engage with the police officers at the gate, and then probably secure some permits to enter into the NIB, and also engage with the NIB officials. We are still waiting on the arrival of the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We are told he's going to be here very soon, and he is going to pay a visit to the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP. At this moment, they are singing and chanting patriotic song, and they are saying everyone is involved. At this moment, everyone is involved, and that is the song they are singing so loud to get the attention and also urge that their party regional chairman in the Ashanti region is released.
Make and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved.
Well, the chants continue, and they are pushing further for the leader of the minority, the Honorable Afenyo Makin, to gain access to the NIB entrance and make his way into the premises to engage with the leadership of the NIB before the arrival of the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So at this moment, the small gate is opened for the chairman, for the minority leader, Afenyo Makin, to make his way to the premises of the NIB. And so they've been able to convince the police leadership to enter the premises, because he's been one of the vocal voices, both in Parliament and out of Parliament, asking that the Ashanti Regional Chairman be released from detention. Then again, he also made a very forceful statement on the floor of Parliament, where he urged the Speaker to pay attention to what is happening in the country, to the effect that this can happen to any one of them, whether the political class, both in government or in opposition. And so the government should be mindful of how they use their power arbitrarily to muzzle opposing voices. Now we see Sami Awuku right here to give us some engagements on the back of this. Honorable Sami Awuku, so far one would say we are all almost tired because it's been long from Tuesday till now. For you, one would have expected that yesterday your presence at the Iyoko alone would have been enough based on engagements to secure bail for the Ashanti Regional Chairman. Why are we still here?
First of all, the bail conditions that has been set is draconian, and it's a condition that it is difficult to meet. And that is why we are working around it to ensure that, one, we try to meet it, and two, use other legal processes as well to get to the bottom.
Which legal processes are those?
Well, currently, I'm sure we have His Excellency, the former Vice President here, so maybe you guys can take a shot of that.
So we are told the Vice President has just arrived. We are yet to confirm that, but as and when there is a party person that is there, they consider to be. Oh, okay. The Vice President, the former Vice President is here. The former Vice President, and so everyone is forcing to get him to make his entry into the NIB premises.
Yewura National Cathedral, $58 million ne beba say no. Se nipa no mentiase
Domahini Nana
Romeo.
To President John Dramani Mahama, who is in his region on a thank you tour. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 City FM. We are live across a number of affiliate stations around the globe. We are on citynewsroom.com. We are on YouTube and we are on Facebook. That's where we are bringing you, that's where you can tune to see what exactly is happening here in studio. We are also live on X, where you can join the discussion and share your views by using the hashtag Eyewitness News. You can also mention me at Umaru Sanda or at City973. Let me take you straight now to the NIB headquarters. Dr. Bawumia, in a smoke, being ushered into the NIB offices.
Embattled Ashanti Regional Chairman.
Indeed, there's a lot of struggle at the entrance there. I see some of the party members trying to follow the former Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, into the NIB facilities. Akbar, one of the communicators of the NPP, in a smoke too, and his famous hat, is one of the people in the doorway being pushed.
They are meeting a very fierce resistance from
it looks like a very chaotic scene at the entrance.
Other security operatives
they have masked up, or they had masked up at the frontage of the NIB all day, awaiting the arrival of Dr. Bawumia. He has arrived. The whole street in front of that area has been blocked, so he had to arrive there via foot or on foot, and he had to go inside now. Let me see if we can get some of the sound from the place.
So, Vice President to go in, and so there is that level of chaos we've witnessed briefly. Now the former Vice President has gained access in there, and the engagement is going to go beyond this. We realize that the crowd, actually, you were making your way in there, you couldn't succeed.
No, I had to stop. I was part of the team trying to make sure that we stop more people from entering. There's no need for everybody to enter because it's a privilege that they are giving to His Excellency the Vice President to have an interaction with them. And so I don't think it is necessary for everybody to go. And so I just tried as much as possible to stop the crowd from entering. And I think we succeeded.
Is this
but it's not easy.
So how is this always how it how does the point flips so quickly and things begin to unfold when the NPP is in power, it is this. When the NDC is in power, it is that. And when are we going to really enhance our democracy?
Exactly. It's an eyesore. And all of this, as I said, is because of the posturing of government. We are only talking about bail to someone who is being investigated. The crime has not been established. The person is not before a court. So why are you keeping him still behind bars and creating all this unnecessary scene? If someone gets hurt today, if something happens to somebody today, who would have created it? It is the state. So I don't know what the journalists and the media are saying to government. It is the creation of government. It is completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And I find it very distasteful that up till today, the President of the Republic has done nothing to ensure that this issue is taken out of our political space.
Has the former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, intervened in situations like this before in the past?
Of course, many times. You can tell you can ask the NDC people, John Jinapor and then current Attorney General. Anytime these things come to the attention of government, check your records. Nobody from the NDC had been detained up to 48 hours and beyond, and the government never intervened to get him out. Check the records and give me just one example. And this is the Ashanti region.
Not necessarily a political figure, but we saw some protesters in the past, whether they were doing it based on an agenda or not. They were protesting and they were arrested for unlawful assembly, just like this one. So, would you say?
But they were released within 24 hours.
Some were kept more than 48 hours.
I don't have that evidence before me, being candid and honest. And if that happened, then the police should give us the reason why they were kept. But in this instance, bail has been provided. And the issue we've always talked about is the magnitude of the bail conditions. It is excessive, it is unconscionable, it is unreasonable.
I saw some of the, when things like this happen, we almost always rely on social media and things that are circulating. And the opposition also bring out issues of Bawumia being granted bail of 50 million, 54 million.
Exactly.
And they are using that to equate this whole conversation. And so we keep marking time every day, and we are still at the same place with the so-called democracy we are practicing.
That is why we should move on as a country. I'm not saying that because today it is against an MPP person. If it had come before me at the time that Bawumia was being treated that way, and you were granting me interview, I will speak the facts as is. I will defend the cause of the individual. I will state that if the state is wrong, the state is wrong. This is only bail conditioning. The person is not a fugitive of justice.
Are you aware what Chairman Wontumi is actually sick of? Because on 2 occasions we are told he's sick, he's been rushed to the hospital here and there. What is his condition as an MP that you are privy to?
Yeah, I have the information, but I don't think I can state that on public. In public, I don't have the permission of the doctors.
Exactly.
So
that I agree.
But the reality is that he is having serious condition, which requires proper level of medical attention. And so I think this should involve the state. This should be something that the state should be concerned about, so that at the end of the day, he can go and seek proper medical attention.
Then again, we also saw that at a point in time, Wontumi wanted to purchase Chelsea. And so people are like, oh, he's a rich man. So, this bill should have been clear.
You know that one is part of the fund we have. There's no way he had the largesse to go and buy Chelsea. But on a more important note, it is not a matter of how much he has, the wealth he has to be able to grant himself a self-recognizance bail. The issue is bail for 2 people.
Sureties, yeah.
And the argument we are making is that this is only to facilitate investigation. Investigation is not completed. The Attorney General, the Deputy Attorney General has raised issues about money laundering, about organized crime and international involvement. That is neither here nor there. Yours is to do your investigation, put your facts together, and let us meet in court. So why is he being kept here all this while? Is he a threat to national security? No. If that was the case, they wouldn't have granted him bail. The bail granting means that they are ready to let him go. But it's the conditions attached to it, which is unnecessarily unreasonable. Look at all of these things we are seeing.
Maybe they presume he could be of flight risk.
You go to court and seize his passport. You don't detain him here. It's the court that has the mandate to evaluate the evidence of the state, to make a pronouncement that we have to take your passport, we have to take you away, or you need to be detained. If the court makes that decision, we will not be here. So the bail issue now is what is stopping us from going to court, because there's a condition that we need to meet. And we want to try as much as possible to complete that exercise today. Else, we have to leave him in cells up to Monday before we go to court. And when you file application before a court, it takes time. Now, then these people, when the Chief Justice was empaneling on the same day to hear cases, they had a problem with it. So the likelihood is that when you go to court, they are going to use the same judicial process to frustrate the argument. Is it a manhunt? Is it an issue that they just want to show him where power lies? Is that what we want to see in 2025 as a country? It is completely unnecessary. And I'm very disappointed in President Mahama. Seriously, for us to be seeing this.
That is where I get, I mean, I don't really understand.
When he's in charge of national security, the buck stops with him. If one individual dies today, who do we hold accountable?
The police.
The president.
The police.
Who does the police report to? The IGP reports to who? On
to the vice president.
And the vice president reports to who? In fact, the IGP reports to the president. It's only that the vice president is the chairman
of the
police council.
The police council, yeah.
But the IGP reports directly to the president of the republic. And where is your Wontumi in all of this?
Do we have all 88 MPs here? And we realize that you people are quite poised for this sitting going forward in Parliament. The debate has already hasn't really started, but I mean, with the things we've started seeing, one can say that we should brace ourselves for what is ahead.
Yes. We want to make sure that we hold the government accountable. You can see, if you come to Parliament, it's the minority that is supporting government business. 187 NDC MPs. Today, if you counted Parliament House, we are less than 40 MPs from NDC sitting. So where are the rest? They appointed in not getting ministerial appointment or board membership, so they are all running away. You come to Parliament, they are not there. It's a minority. Yesterday when we staged the walkout to Yoko, they closed the meeting. So we are helping government to do business, and you are bringing us here today to come and protest or picket for Chairman Wontumi. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? So what the government is doing is completely out of order. The president has to show leadership. The president has to intervene. Intervene not to say that don't do your investigations. Intervene not to say that you cannot prosecute Chairman Wontumi. Take your case to court. But until that, give him the bail condition that can allow him to go. And we've seen this happen to everybody. Victor Salome was arrested. He was granted a bail condition that allowed him to go. Pepra was arrested. He was given bail that allowed him to go. Why is it about Wontumi? Is it because of the personality? Is it because they think he had been hard and tough on the NDC in time past?
Or because of the
enormity
of the alleged
Ashanti region?
Or it's because of the enormity of the alleged crime?
The Attorney General listed so many supposed investigations. Did he tell me any amount that Wontumi is being investigated against? There is no fact whether it is 50 million or 100 million. And this is the style of the government. The Attorney General has been holding press conference over time, and he has never been able to take one matter to look at Amiawe Kufi's matter. That is now taken to court. Go and check when was the last time the AG had come to court to go and prosecute the agenda. They are doing political machinations. They just want to play to the gallery. Psychologically, let Ghanaians think that the MPP was corrupt, the MPP chopped government money, the MPP don't want to be accountable. But when we had their people being prosecuted, the Attorney General finally prosecuted. He did withdrawal against people of his government, including the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Why didn't he allow the governor to be prosecuted to the logical conclusion? Why is it that everybody connected to the government, they had to withdraw their case or finally prosecute against? So you are taking your people out from one hand and you want to prosecute your political opponents on the other.
Reasons were adduced for all those.
Oh, please. Let's say that to the Barings. Is it the prerogative of the Attorney General to pronounce the guilt or otherwise of someone? If the fact doesn't support it, allow the court to do their work.
He equally has a place in law to do what he did.
This is not a matter that just started. They had followed the case through to a point. So it was his mandate to allow the process to complete. They are afraid that they would have been jailed. So the best way to get out of it is to file a withdrawal. And you know the implications of a withdrawal. It means that they cannot be prosecuted again because of the stage they are gotten into the case. So if MPP comes to power tomorrow, all of those people that he had withdrawn cases against, we can't even prosecute again. The people have taken those benefits out of the jurisdiction. So you can't do one like that and then you want to prosecute your political opponent. We are not against prosecution. We are not against arrest. We are not against anything of that sort. All we are saying is that they should give him the necessary bail and then we take it out from there.
I want to thank you very much for speaking to us, and we've been speaking to a number of members of parliament. We see the former defense minister. Let's get a bit out of him.
Rawlings moved away from that. The sort of things that we saw happening from his appointments to the way they handle the military people, the way they handle the security people, to what is happening now, is reminiscent of 1981 to 85. Those days are past.
They made several examples that they feel that in your time, you did same. Honorable Sesu, for instance, was chased, even in church, that policemen were waiting for him outside of the church, waiting to arrest him. He was chased to Parliament, even for traffic regulations.
So was it when we took over that they chased Sesu? You didn't hear that the then IGP arrested MPP members? You didn't hear? Do you want me to start counting? Ministers were arrested. You see the minister gender, the former MP for Walwale, she was arrested and charged to court. You see the minister for sports, Mustafa Yusuf, was arrested and charged to court. You see Andiapi Akubi, he was arrested and charged to court. You see Eugene Enchu, you can ask him, he was arrested by this. So Stephen Amwa was arrested. Are you saying that it was only Sesu was arrested? No. That IGP was doing his own stuff. Everybody had a problem with him. So you cannot say because Sesu was NDC, MP people were equally arrested. Okay? By this same IGP in those times. So he, standing here, was also arrested. I'm even talking about current ministers. Did you see what they did to the DC for the MCE for Takrady? Or was it Takrady or Shama? Did you see that? So please, don't let us go there. I am saying that what is happening is wrong. It's not good. It's not good for democracy. If you believe Wontumi has committed a crime, charge him to court and let the court decide. You don't do this. You don't put a bail bond of 50 million Ghana cedi and say that come and go and look. And you even say that it must be in Accra. Of course, if Wontumi say he has 100 houses or 50 houses, you don't say it must be in Accra. It's reckless. It's premeditated. They want to punish him. But I can tell you something. If the NDC know the backbone of the people who form MPP, we all know the base of the NDC and we know the base of the MPP. If they know the people who form the base of the MPP, they will know that they cannot break their backs. They should look at the people who form the base of the MPP, and they should know that these are people who died to be able to have the sort of country we call Ghana. You can't break the back of the MPP. The sort of people you have in the MPP, with Ashanti region leading that charge, they should know the type of people who live there, and they should know the type of people. You can't break their backs.
Is the bail bond too much?
It's too much. It's reckless. It's not good. It's punitive.
Is that more than 54 million Ghana cedis?
Where is that charge? Let you go to go and prove it in court. Why? If I ask you, if they were to arrest you today and say a bail bond of 2 million, will you be able to get it? Will you be able to get it? Why? How many people can raise 50 million Ghana cedi bond in Accra and not anywhere? Why? Why will you do that? Exactly. Why? Why are you going to do that? It is reckless. It's not good. It's premeditated to ensure that he remains behind, and they are tossing us. He's here today. He's there tomorrow. He's there. I'm just saying that they should not let this country start going around circles.
What's the expectation from you?
My expectation is that they should lower the bail bond. The president should intervene and lower the bill and ask them to lower the bail bond. Raymond Acha and Co are misbehaving. It's wrong. Raymond Acha and Co are misbehaving. It's very wrong. Did you see us blocking people? We got the police to act, not the BNI, not the NIB, not Yoko. Do you know the sort of things that we have to ensure that we manage this country? For 8 years, did you hear anything about defense? Did you hear the sort of things? Did you hear soldiers misbehaving like this? Did you hear police people doing this?
We're told earlier in the day that the vice president is expected here to basically meet the bail condition. How much do you know about this?
I don't know, and I am just here to let the government know that what they are doing is wrong. Let them know that this is not democracy, and let them know that they are persecuting opposition people. It's nothing more, nothing less. Why? You are charging people who you claim that they deceive the public because they said that judges went and met. When somebody decides to say, I'm a medical doctor, and deceiving the entire world, you cannot charge such a person. When Adongo comes out to deceive the whole world about you being able to withdraw the doll, you cannot. Look at people who caused mayhem. I'll give an example.
You mean let's address the other one first.
Listen,
you mean if I add doctor to my name and I call myself a doctor and I am not, I should be arrested?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But you cannot deceive the public.
But deceiving the public, when has it become a crime?
I am saying that
causing any national security.
The president's mind is that he will leave his people and arrest MPP people. One moral justification that she write. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the former Defense Minister, Dominic Nitewo, just telling us about the fact that the high-handedness.
So you just heard the former Defense Minister, Dominic Nitewo, addressing NPP supporters over there and saying that the 50 million cities bill condition is on a higher side. They are there to support Mbattold Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Enchi Buesiakum, who is currently
two of
in
many NPP members,
NIB.
ordinary party members, members of parliament, former ministers who have converged on the NIB headquarters at Ridge in Accra, where the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has just been allowed access into the NIB offices to meet with Bernard Entry Buesiakum, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, who is the chairman of the NPP in the Ashanti region. He has been in custody since Wednesday or so, when he was invited, actually on Tuesday, when he was invited to the CID headquarters, where he went to report after having been there the previous day. Subsequent to that invitation and he reporting to the CID, he was picked up by officials of the Economic and Organized Crimes Office, EOCO, that is. He was taken to their holding facility at their head office. Now, he has been there since Tuesday, and efforts to get him bail has been unsuccessful because the bail bond, we are told, was pegged at 50 million cedis, and the sureties are unable to, meet the demand of the investigative body. The Deputy Attorney General had come to say that he was being investigated for a number of crimes, which crimes he has listed. We do not know. So the decision is that he has been granted bail, but the bail conditions have not been met. As a result, he's still in custody. There have been protests at the EOCO office for 2 nights, on Tuesday night. On Thursday night, the members of parliament from the NPP side marched from the House of Parliament all the way to EOCO, where they sat on the streets and protested the continuous holding of Chairman Wontumi in custody. Today, being Friday, We had an earlier communication that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the former vice president, has sort of come up with some sureties to support, or is agreeing to stand surety and for him to be granted bail. We do also know that landed property or immovable property is supposed to be the requirement or what the bail conditions that have been demanded. And we are also told that the property must be in the Greater Accra region. We do not as yet know if the vice president indeed has presented that to Iyoko, but a few minutes ago he made it through the heavy gates of the NIB, where Chairman Wontumi, we are told, is in custody. He's managed to go in there with a few members of the leadership of the New Patriotic Party, while a lot more supporters of the party are standing outside the gate. The streets in front of the NIB remain close to vehicular traffic, and so there's almost like a sea of NPP members who have massed up in front of the NIB. Fred Duho is a man who has been covering this proceeding for us for the past few hours. I can see him on our screens, Channel 1 television, where he's giving us a simultaneous broadcast both on TV and City FM. Let me go back to him and see what more he has.
With the vice president in the NIB premises, we see a number of opposition MPs with present supporters, and the police are also here ensuring that there is law and order. We've seen the water cannon and other pickup trucks of the police officers. CID officials are present, and the whole lot is happening at the office of the NIB. We have some party supporters to still engage. Your full name, which constituency are you from, and why are you here?
Thank you very much. My greetings to the viewers outside there. And then my name is Kweku Kwame Abraham from Ayawaso Central, popularly known as EB. That's what people used to call me. Okokomimle, Tiptole, Circuit. Everybody knows EB.
Why did you abandon your work to be here today?
Yes, because what the government is doing to our leaders is not fair. We are law-abiding political party. As we all know in Ghana here, as an NPP patriotic party, we always go by the law of the country. But the NDC always abuse the law. And that's what they are forcing us to act. And we are here because our chairman has been invited to Iyoko. On several occasions that he has been invited, he has reported himself to obey whatever they've asked him to do. But at the end of the day, you know, in Ghana here, when you are being invited to a police station, you will be given 48 hours to be granted bail. Now, this man has been here since when? Monday up to date. They don't want to give him bail. Why?
He's been given bail of 50 million cedis. The fact is that he's supposed to produce that with the two sureties, and then he's free to go.
My brother, we are in this country. Is he a criminal? Which offense has he committed? That he should be.
I can tell. Do you know if he's committed any?
No. Then
no. So the law enforcers say they know, and so they want to probe further.
If they know, I know NDC as a party. But as we are speaking now, they've brought out the offense that he has committed. We know NDC for sure. Sami Jefi and co. They will come up with the offense that he has committed. The reason why he has been detained here. We know them. They don't have any case against him. They are just interrogating him to get evidence with whatever he will say to prosecute him. It's not that they have evidence of what they are doing. That's what they are doing. They are taking that process. No, we want the people outside to know that we are here for peace. We are not here to do anything against the law. So if you are outside and you are looking, you are watching your television and you are seeing us in a number of people, I don't think that we are here because of creating a problem or yes, sort of that. No, but we are here for peace. That we want the government to know that the party is in support, or the chairman that has been arrested have more supporters that will support him. Everywhere they will take him, we will go with our numbers so that whatever duly respect that they will give to him, we will make sure that they will give it to him.
I must commend you for your words of encouragement to or admonition to your supporters out there. And indeed, the entire place is very peaceful. You only hear people chant, you only hear people sing, and people are waiting patiently. At least that should be established, that this place is calm and there is no chaos at the moment. The police are present to equally enforcing the law. And then we are waiting for the former vice president as well as the minority leader to come out with some message, or possibly, who knows, they may come out with the detained Ashanti Regional Chairman. Today being Friday, the fear is that if he's not released today, he's going to sleep in there or sleep in cells till Monday before they can secure bail for him. But we also do know that there was a case in court some time ago. I think that was championed by Martin Pebu and the likes, where it came to light that even on weekends you can still get bail for anyone that is arrested. And so I think the fears of people out there should be allayed to the effect that even if it is today or tomorrow, still bail can be secured for the arrested individual. At this moment, we also see that the military are coming in one after the other. As to why they are in now, well, we do not know whether they operate at the NIB or not. We do not know, but we see the military coming in one after the other. And so we are still here waiting patiently to know what will unfold. We can speak to some people on the sidelines. We see our mother, who has been here since they brought the case here, and she's just not relenting. Mommy, good evening.
Good evening.
What's your full name?
Go
ahead. I mean, we'll still speak nonetheless.
Your friend, Mrs. Starsibi. My friend, my lower dentura. And run a share with TV so about your chairman and the issue. Nana pay me see my baby drew us. See, you are for say. Ya bonya mempa some be ye chairman de amaye anu nti na ye wa
na sisiano vice president ni minority leader omuo inside you have the hope that they will bring the party chairman out. Is that the case?
Inshallah nyaminti ya bonya mempa ye say omo sabeka no no de na abre.
Now, Chairman Wontumi, one would ask, to what extent do you people love him in the party?
Chairman Wontumi Yobia, the life in United Second de Japan, Omoka plain, on function, or Becatro, can we or your Dudua Papa, or your Dudua Papa, and I'm a sram MPP penny for me, Gina Konya, we so the sram MPP penny for say. Etim na kan bia le wo party ni mu omuntu ni nyina engu ye nyina ye ba ko na prayo we wo ka bomu a embu batu yi ba ko a ebu na ye sra omanga na mpenimfo a e ka bia yeye se omone dwoma amankasa ya nananum ahemfo nananum pio ya sra mo so omone dwoma ama president dwoma ama enkasa na MPP aban kasa se sa suban we na obunu yesra no onhye ne ye na anye esabia o chatowa abebi suba wa befa so saudi ayeya yensu ye de bibeyew Ghana e ba ko ye mpesa suba na e wo Ghana ha bibi ba ye mabru no betumi adwane na ye papa no ne ye nana no ne ye maame no mo omo som be fa yen fa ye mpe wo bia wo Ghana ha ye mpe ntokwa bia wo Ghana ha nti yesre NDC aban sa esana wasa sena o chano emboa no na onje nguwo nti omo tumi ka sense influence omo sense omo bu say omo ba party aban mu koye asaba from Lawrence Abreso abepim sese omo nya boni bia wo Ghana omo ye boni bebre from Kofo Abreso Kofo ban no o so nkochi bebre gu mo chi wan Kofo chi ni tu omo ye bibimpa even ya papa Ekufuado kra oye bi odi bebre boni che omo na sene na aba ni se na mu ye obi papa obi kunu Obi bla, obi ba, na mo ye ni say ya. Munjuni wo ye.
Some Munjuni say ye konisa no it's not the case that ye so like how do you even put it? Like the situation where no, but I mean if you are saying that they should be released, it means that anyone who the security operatives suspect to be doing anything wrong that must be interrogated and investigated should be released. Where are we going to go with I mean the democracy we all promise to live by?
Me pacho the attorney say me who say me ka asam no po e wo mlem se obi ye bone a 28 hours
48 hours
excuse me 48 hours now on my day omo jani pano say if obi kun obi kura omo be shom no mo de asam na court omo de asam no court na se court buan fo a ene ye ni asam bi aka what I say se ko omo de na court ne na court e buan fo so chama Wontumi say na waye enti court di code where the airbow se ko de fiase infie say ana koda efiase busumi say ana na what you say ya ano de yati ase ba say onkum nipa na yenhu boni bi a waye omo say oye money laundry wan omo say to go Ghana for NDC for omo ba ba mo omo to go do that omo swear
it must end somewhere.
What say
it must end somewhere.
I was say jai no to say I was say jai go do there you I was say jai no wo won jai ba wo do obi atum abla your friend say court ma order say yen jeli no offer sasem we de anyamra agiga na ape chama Wontumi ifa na odwane akọ onjane nko be bia so bae ana odwane ye wonjane enti adenti na bibia munya botre na mo mani bail na bia mo beto nsafre no na obeba na obi papa modi na tum more than the emrani kire say yemfa ni pantum offer encheye
Auntie Asibi Midasipi, thank you very much. So what she's been saying basically is that she's also not in agreement with the security operatives detaining Chairman Wontumi beyond 48 hours. And for her, she believes that the government, for that matter, the security agencies, they've overstepped their bound and they should be able to allow him to go home. They should free him. And when they invite him, it is expected that he will definitely be released. And so we are still having a conversation with some of the people on the fence, seated, basically watching from far, and to gauge their appreciation of the issues as it is at the moment. What's your full name? Which constituency are you from?
I
want your real name.
Yeah, Nana Uska Yabu Siama. I break my West Namio. Nami organizer ma callers and testers, radio callers and testers. Yeah, and I'm your organizer.
So what do you do really?
Yeah, you know, say you bo party no buying. You project party no. Party in your ma war year no, and you can want them. And you protect party no.
So Anopabia say if you wake up, you just take your phone and start.
Yeah, media answer me time my phone, me watch TVs and answer radios. Na issues all no. Na me so me comment. Ama o my Ghana no be answer ehun de eko.
Na ene issues be na ho wa free radio stations abo 100.
Ene anopa only one pen me free NIB FM. Na because of Chairman Wontumi issue ni no. Me free tempa na mbese call party office na betina so ndi radio meeting monitor ya NIB FM na issue a me kan wasem nyina ye ewura Chairman Wontumi ane etokase a wonye doctor na so ye de doctor degree amano ene ho issue ne me kan ye
na ya ti say mu abemu a mu amuye callers and testers no ya mu nye sika pa like mu jiji sika rough
enye no kre hese meti
ye tuamuka monthly
hese meti de kan ye bia aboa ye de nyanse ye bo my Ghana ho ban yo
that one e tuamuka
ye obi entua ye ka Musa say from Bessa a year ni. Penny get Messia callers. I catch us at me, Mamus, come on, quite my partner now.
Submarine operation.
I had to watch a Juma. Yet in a to watch a Juma, your communicators. I had to watch a Juma. Party be a my way. And Nipa met my cassette or so callers. And I said grassroots communicators as Seneca Crack, a general secretary. One of the meeting in Bonia. Apart from general secretary Justin from Ponkodia, Minim Panibia, what my friend Kwani Yashada. The holiday one day or one day.
Well, now, dear Ben, I will Kafa, dear Corso.
The echoes they say, they make Kafa who you understand. The empany for her and go for what has to say. A grassroots and your has to say. It is the session here, 100 Panibia, Benny has said no. Emma, the year that Emma Swabapa. Now, if any boy judge Hanamono, no more cocktail years. It's an say, any about patching at Childom. It's also Jana has said so, and Namino can say, Yaura, Chamaun to me, Pia.
Okay, at this moment, we need to leave this conversation. We've seen that they've opened the gate, and we suspect he's coming out. We do not know what message they do have, but we've seen the leadership. Excuse me. We've seen the.
Hold on.
Quiet.
No. Go back. Talk about Suzuki. And push it back. Let's go back. Hey, come
Broadcasting from our studios in Accra. Earlier, you were listening to Fred Duho speaking to a number of NPP supporters at the NIB headquarters in Accra. Moments ago, we saw Alexander Afenyo-Markin, the minority leader and member of parliament for F2, emerge from the NIB offices where he has been with the former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The two and other leaders of the party were allowed access into the NIB to see and possibly have an interaction with Chairman Wontumi, who is in custody. Now, that interaction, he was about to brief the media, and we'll be returning to him as soon as we have the feed to the NIB so that we'll tell you what exactly Alexander Afenyo-Markin has to report back to people who have been waiting with bated breath, at least members of the NPP at the gates of the NIB, to tell us what exactly the issue is. Dr. Bawumia himself is speaking. Let's listen to him.
That have been set for Chairman Wontumi, 50 million. I don't know how many people in Ghana can have property with 50 million Ghana cedis. I believe that this was just set to prevent release. We are going to follow the due process, the legal process, to make sure that he's released as soon as possible. I want to plead with all to remain calm as we work behind the scenes to make sure that he is out. I believe that we will be successful, but we have to be calm and not take the law into our own hands. I think it's very important that we follow due process and make sure that Chairman Wontumi is released safe and sound. Thank you very much for your attention.
Former Vice President Dr. Bawumia just finished where he assured that all necessary measures have been put in place to get the NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman released from custody. And he also said the amount being charged is quite excessive. And let's speak to leader of the... Excuse me. So let's leader. Yeah. So basically, you've been in there. What has been the engagement like?
Well, just as the former vice president said, there was a certain understanding that come. There was a certain understanding that Chairman Wontumi will be brought here. According to NIB, he is not their suspect, and he was brought here by Yoko. So as for them, they can only allow access upon firm instructions from Yoko. Well, all those arrangements were made, but upon getting here, they now tell us different story. We'll keep to it, and I'm sure some, I don't know, but I find it very worrying that a country, Ghana, inquiry bail, or someone would demand 50 million cedis worth of properties before the person is granted inquiry bail. I'm telling my friends in NDC one more time, they should check some of these things, because posterity is watching them. Thank you very much.
Were you able to see him at least? Were you able to see him? Did they allow you to see him?
Not at all, like I said. He's nowhere to be found. They claim they couldn't bring him. They claim they couldn't bring him here, and he's still in the custody of NIB at their Kaokudi office, where they claim until Yoko authorizes, we cannot even see him. But you and I know that they are using the bill to punish him. And like I said, posterity is watching.
They will not even accept Bawumia's plea.
So,
he's still talking.
So that was the minority leader who just addressed the gathering, and it is quite difficult to even get a space to get live feed for our cherished viewers out there. But one thing he's been saying is that they couldn't get a chance to even see the Ashanti Regional Chairman, Chairman Wontumi, and they are hoping that the Yoko that has told them to come here, only to come here, and they are told that upon explicit directive from Yoko, they cannot see him. And so the vice president and even the leadership of the minority that went in there with some party stalwarts could not get the chance to see Chairman Wontumi, and they are believing and hoping that these processes and the way and manner things are going, posterity, in the words of the minority leader, will judge what is happening, and they believe that the government is not being fair in handling and dealing with this particular issue. We are still waiting patiently to see if we can get the minority leader to engage on these whole issues as far as visiting the premises of NIB is concerned. But this remains our live feed from the NIB office at the Rich Enclave that we are bringing you all the happenings. It is on the back of the arrest and the detaining of the NPP's Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi, who was picked up. Earlier he was invited by the CID. He honored that invitation on Monday. He did the same on Tuesday, only to be picked up by officials, we are told, from the Economic and Organized Crime Office. And since then, he's been in their custody, only to be brought to the NIB office today. And so the situation is one that the supporters, the rank and file of the NPP, are just not happy with. They also directed the former vice president, Dr. Bawumia, to this NIB office. He went in there in the company of the former majority leader, Osiche Mensah-Bosu, and the current minority leader, the Honorable Afenyo Makin. They sought audience with the operatives, but unfortunately, they did not see Chairman Wontumi to also appreciate how he's faring, when they were told that in actual fact he's been ill on 2 occasions, and he was rushed to the hospital subsequently. So behind us, we can still see the water cannon from the police heating up gradually. We see a number of police officers in the background, and the supporters of the NPP are still present and waiting patiently for this whole issue to be brought to its conclusion. So generally, this is what it is that we have seen so far over here. Leader, so we are going to get the opportunity now to speak. We couldn't get the opportunity. Yes. So leader, so far we couldn't get the opportunity due to the crowd over there. Essentially, were you able to see Chairman Wontumi?
No, we couldn't see him. According to NIB, he's not their suspect. So they on their own cannot take certain decisions, which we agree. According to them, Iyoko has not instructed him to be moved. So we couldn't have seen him, and we found it very disappointing. But like I've said, we are all watching. And sometimes when I hear our colleagues say that, oh, it happened, something happened yesterday, something happened to somebody, for how long? Because if everybody is talking about negative things that happen in government, there will be no end to quote and unquote retaliation. We've had this democracy since 1993. I'm sure that what we seek to do as democrats perfect it. So I do not expect a person going through some injustice, some human rights abuse, to turn round upon getting power to say that, okay, it is my time. I am also going to show whoever is in opposition where the power lies. What is happening to Wontumi now is about show of power. That Wontumi, he thinks is this, we'll show him. That's obviously what is happening. And I'm saying that if we are serious as Democrats, we would start a new dispensation which would help the cause of democracy.
So how are we going to advance generally towards the meeting the bail conditions?
I'm saying the bail conditions are very onerous. Iyoko should vary them and allow admit the man to serve recognizance bail.
As of now, you don't even know his condition as to whether he's doing well or not.
He's unwell. No. The man is not running away anywhere. Even look at the circumstances of his arrest. They accosted him. They arrested him in a Rambo style.
The fullness of time, all things shall align.
Okay? But in the fullness of time,
All things shall align.
all outstanding things shall align.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the minority leader that we've just had a privilege to speak with. He said they've not been able to see the party chairman for the NPP in the Ashanti region, Chairman Wontumi, and they are believing that the government or the government through its security is trying to muzzle them, not allowing them to have their free will, especially with the way they are handling Chairman Wontumi. They are displeased with that. He also made mention of the fact that the chairman is not well, and one would have thought that he will be released at least to go and seek some treatment. But as it stands now, he's still in detention. He's been held by the security operatives, and the amount of 50 million from two sureties is quite draconian, and that should be varied. He also noted that if this is the way the current administration is seeking to use the power is gotten from the 2024 election, there is not going to be any end for the retaliation, as in his own words, this would keep continuing, and the democracy we are all seeking to enhance would not really materialize. Each government that comes would want to, in one way or the other, try to muzzle their opponents, and that would not be fair. And so we see the police officers, some of them are leaving the scene at this moment. Party supporters were here basically waiting for the former vice president, and upon his words, that would have sent a message to them as to whether to stay or leave. Now the vice president came, the former vice president came, Dr. Bawumia came, and he's gone. He's made a statement and assured the party supporters that they are going to try all they can to get him released. But it is in all sincerity, since he came here, he couldn't meet him, and so he's also going to leave. They are also hoping that, in fact, let's get a word from Haruna Mohammed.
Thought that by the time Dr. Bawumia will leave here, he will be accompanied by Chairman Wontumi. That didn't happen. What is the understanding here? What can we make from all of this?
I think that it is very sad. The intelligence we are picking, if that is it, I think that it is going to be very bizarre. The human rights people across the globe will not be very happy. We are seeing this case to be a civil matter. The case keep on changing from one to the other, from CID to IOCO to Exim Bank, and to matters that are not related to the issue. You have provided that some sureties be made. Documentations and everything has also been put together. Why are we dragging this matter to this stage?
Have they added new charges?
All the charges, every day charges keep on. It's shifting from one case to the other.
So what's the new leg to the issue?
The new leg is that you've all heard, they are talking about vehicles. Chairman Wontumi is not an importer or exporter of vehicles. He's entitled to buy any vehicle of his kind. Now they have gone to pick somebody closer to the headquarters. The National Security has gone to pick one car dealer at the headquarters who has been selling cars to Wontumi and Ibrahim Mama, the president's brother. I don't know what they want.
Who is this person?
You have it on record at this moment that another person has been arrested in addition.
A car dealer, I'm told.
Has been picked up in relation
Yes,
to
because we have videos and pictures of the National Security by that particular car dealer closer to the MPP headquarters. So I don't know exactly what they are looking for. You see, we are law-abiding citizens and we live in a democracy. We need to make sure that we protect this democracy. We as members of the New Patriotic Party will not do anything that is going to hinder the progress of investigation or accountability.
But the government must be very careful to handle this matter so that everybody will see the true picture of what they are looking for. Because it is completely, sometimes you don't even want to talk about it. CID made invitation to the person. The person made an appearance at CID. He's asked to reappear. He goes there to reappear. In the process, Iyoko arrests the person. Went to Iyoko headquarters. Then at Iyoko headquarters, then a writ of summons or a court case was put before the council, which was related to Exim Bank. Then that matter became the matter of Iyoko. Then once with Iyoko again, and sureties are being given, we are getting the understanding that they are talking about some issues of cars and what have you. What at all does the government want? This man cannot be charged with anything. If you want to persecute him, go ahead. And we all know that you are going for persecution. If you want for prosecution, please, let's proceed with the legal matters. He's over 48 hours there. Who in Ghana? If Chairman Wontumi had 50 million Ghana cedis, he would never go for Exim Bank.
So for the record, he's going to spend the weekend probably over here?
No, because they have officially informed us that Chairman Wontumi is not in this particular cells or this particular place. Where at all is Chairman Wontumi? Where at all?
We don't know the location.
We don't know. We have not been told. Nobody knows where Chairman Wontumi is. The family cannot. The lawyers doesn't know what at all it is. Media, speak out. Civil society, speak out. They are taking us for granted. It is not going to be healthy. Once they do this and we decide to come on the street, what at all are we going to get? Because we will not sit. There is lawful demonstration and there's lawful protest. And if this government is not taking that process and taking us for granted, we will have no option than to pick up other options to be able to tell the people of Ghana and let everybody know that this government is not prepared to rule based on the rule of law.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. And so that is the Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party that just spoke to us. Now we can see that the numbers is gradually reducing, and the security men are here in their numbers. Right here, the military, the police, the operatives are all here, but the party supporters are gradually leaving because they've been told that indeed the man they are looking for is not in their custody in this particular premises. That is what the Deputy General Secretary just told us on the record, that Chairman Wontumi is not here. The former Vice President came here and did not see him. The leader of the minority, Afenyo Makin, came here. He did not see him. The former majority leader, Oseche Mensah-Bonsu, was here. He also did not cite him. And so we also, as the press, relying on sources and intelligence, do not know where Chairman Wontumi is kept at the moment. And we are only waiting to also gather further intelligence as to where he's been taken to. Well, we are moving with them. As and where we hear anything again, we will definitely follow up and also bring our viewers and listeners the very latest they need to know on this subject. But in the interim, what we've gathered on the record is that they say Chairman Wontumi is not here at the NIB headquarters. Now, to those who are now joining this live broadcast, we are live from the office of the National Investigative Bureau at Ridge in Accra, where we were told Chairman Wontumi is detained.
Hundreds of
only
NPP
to turn up here,
members
party
of parliament,
supporters
former
of the
ministers,
Patriotic Party came here
were
in
at
their
the whole of
numbers
this afternoon
to,
in anticipation
with
that
their
Chairman Wontumi Bernard
and,
Ntwebusia, whose
they
real
waited
name
patiently
was in
for the
custody
arrival of
and
the
may be
former
released.
Vice
Now, this is a drift. They went earlier to the Iyoko offices in Accra Central, where they knew that he was being held in custody. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, former vice president, we're told, was working on bail conditions or the requirements for the bail, and it was announced that he was going to be the place to visit the incarcerated or the detained chairman, Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP. We're told at the 11th hour that the venue had shifted from Iyoko to NIB. All party supporters who were at Iyoko moved to the NIB headquarters at Ridge. The former vice president, former majority leader, current minority leader, all of them went there. They were allowed into the gates. Moments later, they returned and said, he is not here, and they do not know where he is. So the search for Wontumi continues tonight by NPP supporters, NPP leaders, and we are told that his family members do not know where he is, and his lawyers do not know. At least that's what his Deputy General Secretary of the party, Haruna Mohammed, has been saying to Fred Doho. Meanwhile, in the faraway Bono region, the Domahini has been speaking on Chairman Wontumi. Now, the Domahini is Osajifo Ajiman-Bedu II. He was hosting President John Dramani Mahama, who is on a thank you tour to the region, the Bono region. And this is what he had to say. One, about the National Cathedral project that was started by the Akufo-Addo administration, and the arrest of Chairman Wontumi, and the actions of the NPP MPs yesterday, including their leader who sat on the floor. The Domahini did not find that particularly pleasing to the eye. Listen to him.
Bibi a yɛhwehwɛ ne sɛ wokasɛ sɛbio bia yɛ bibi na ɔntene a evidence na ɛbɛbisa sɛ ɛwɔ he wamfa mma deɛ ndɛ wasɛm no yɛbɛyɛ dɛ yɛbɛbɔ agu yɛwura saa adeɛ wei Ghanafoɔ na no yɛba a wɔaba nkɛseɛ mu National House of Chiefs Standing Committee nkan ho bi ɛma yɛde to w'anim sɛ Ghanafoɔ saa adeɛ no bɛhwɛ paa bɛsika no ma w'ani nkɔ ho obi ye bibi kane na nye ye ya emra kwan bi ya ode ne befa no ye ono nye de enko so ye wura ye kan sei ne ye nka se sebio ye nim se ne osite ye mpese bi onye bone de a tro osono kokroko be ko ba bi e me chairman wan entwi bi boss ya ko nya sa mpana sempa we be ka se bi ama ye bibi na onye a emra na ma ho kwane se yenye de nhwehwem menka se befa bi so ye MPP ni na ba bi a ofri bia Ghana ni menka se bi no be ni akire enkoye de enkoboa no enkohwe se ne na asem esitie na mom ye wura minority leader eye lawyer kase na be ko boa benua no na nhu se baby a no monyam no da opese okọ baby sa no nso no o mama sote mamma memrantie no de akonwa ayede adi nachi na okọ akwatena so ede amam na se be ya menkohu se baby a ote no na mekodi ho yawo na yewura maka ne sei pepe ye no de yewura nsuro bia anim se usuro bi na wanye ne se ne esifata yewura emwaye yewura nimse ogusu a wo ye niema no yewura National Cathedral $58 million ne beba sey no yewura se nipa no oye sofuo oye nanao bi nipa no bibi oye bia no sa amana no de mentiase yewura hwehwem mabia meka nchiro se ade na nkoye nti no nhwehwem eba sa de Ghana for ye bedi ho yawo ye wura hwehwem ba bia se wache madam fo chairman wan menka se wo no wache no emra no de ne enam so eye chairman wan a sofo oncheku a wo ba ye nkyere wo ye am de aka ho asem da appointment no ye wura na Akufo-Addo aban bia ba mrante na mabaawa oyibe ye wura now the audience there, I do chem.
So that's the Domahini and Osajifo Ajiman-Bedu II speaking when he hosted the President John Dramani Mahama on his thank you tour. He's actually the president of the Bono Regional House of Chiefs, and I was speaking there in the Bono region. He was speaking Bono And summarize for you what he said. He said he is urging the president to maintain the highest standards of accountability and transparency in his government, which includes thorough investigations into any alleged wrongdoing, and to ensure that those who are found culpable are brought to justice in a fair and impartial manner without resorting to intimidation or coercion. He talked about Alexander Afenyo-Markin, saying that he respects him, but the next time he is going to a place like that, he should alert him so that he would send his boys to carry chairs or a chair for Afenyo-Markin to sit on instead of sitting on the bare floor like he did yesterday when they went to Iyoko. And on the National Cathedral, he said he does not care who was responsible, but the 58 million cedis that has been lost, someone must be held accountable. And that's also one of the things he said to the president. Then he also commended the president for having lots of young people or youth in his government. He said in the past, governments have appointed young people, or presidents have appointed young people into their government, but he believes what President Muhammad has done is better than all of them. Let's hear what the president also said in response, not directly to the issues raised, but he spoke about the Sunyani Regional Hospital and other issues. Let's listen to him.
The previous government's announcement of the upgrade of the Sunyani Hospital into a teaching hospital was not backed by any legal legislation. We have corrected that. The Council of State has approved the board, and in collaboration with UNER is underway to begin the training of health professionals to serve the Bono East, Ahafo, and beyond.
That's President John Dramani Mahama. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 City FM. We'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll give you summaries of the top stories in terms of business news, and then deal with the other issues that we advertise to talk about here on Eyewitness News. Please stay.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you ready to lead like never before?
Ready to master the art of strategy and inspire teams that thrive?
It's the Management Bootcamp 2025.
An exclusive high-impact training for mid to senior pros.
Learn from Ghana's finest industry minds, brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM.
From the trusted voices of excellence, City FM and Channel 1 TV comes an elite training experience designed to sharpen your strategy, leadership, and communication.
Make a date. for the Management Bootcamp 2025 from Sunday the 22nd of June to Saturday the 28th of June 2025. The venue is the Platinum Bay and Passion Base Hotels.
Call 0242-011-424 to register now.
The Management Bootcamp 2025. Lead forward. The Management Bootcamp 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
This advert is FDA approved.
Charlie, where are you?
Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Fun fact, did you know that most frogs can leap more than 20 times their body length? Yup, magical. Now just imagine your business with that kind of reach. Take that leap with Frog. Frog is a bulk SMS, voice messaging, and IVR from Wiggle. User-friendly, fast, and reliable. Get more features on one platform for all your bulk messaging needs. Whether you're a church, financial institution, school, corporate organization, or individual, if you need to reach people with your services, do it with Frog. Contact 0553 019 529 or 0552 809 558. Speak to us at www.wiggle.com.gh. Frog, a leap into greatness.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. City Business News. Be informed.
Time now for City Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Melody Fafa. But to fair the details of our stories now. The Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George, has called on telecommunications companies to revise their pricing models to reflect the recent appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the dollar. Speaking at a meeting with CEOs of some telcos, the minister explained that whilst some consumers were burdened with increased costs during periods of currency depreciation, they should equally benefit from gains made in the cedi's value.
Price increases. When the mismanagement under the previous administration saw the dollar move from 6 to 16, most of everything you do is imported in US dollars. And so the Ghanaian people bore the brunt, and you also bore part of that brunt on your balance sheet. But thanks to prudent management by the Mahama administration, you've seen the dollar drop from almost 17, today it's trading at about 10 point something. 10.2. You know, part of that drop must reflect in the pricing or the value offering to the Ghanaian people.
Meanwhile, Ghana and the United Arab Emirates have signed a memorandum of understanding to establish a $1 billion technology and innovation hub aimed at accelerating Ghana's digital transformation in the country. Samuel Nate George, who signed the agreement on behalf of the government, explained that the project will serve as a strategic base for global tech giants looking to expand into Ghana and the broader African market.
There's $1 billion investment fully funded by PCFC from Dubai. What Ghana is putting in is the land. And so the beauty of it is when you look at the ports and you look at proximity to the ports and you look at the AI setup that wants to happen. When PCFC came in, they said, well, it looks like Ningo is a suitable place for this. I happen to be the MP for Ningo as well. And so we will be looking to have the first phase, which is 25 kilometers square of this development. And this time we've signed this very early in the government in the term, and I'm confident that we'll break ground early 2026. And before the end of 2027, we should see the first phase of the innovation hub completed, inshallah.
That was the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations, Samuel Nate George. Now, Ghana's international bond delivers best returns among developing countries in May, amidst the cedi's strong performance. This according to a Bloomberg analysis. Here's more.
The report shows that Ghana's dollar-denominated bonds returned 8.7%, far outpacing the 0.4% average return for emerging markets. Analysts attribute the impressive gains to rising gold export, trade surpluses and falling inflation. Ghana, which defaulted on its debt in 2022, is seeing renewed investor confidence under President John Mahama's administration. The government's efforts to cut spending and control deficits are credited with helping inflation slow to 21.2% in April from a high of 54% in late 2022. The cedi surged 43% year-to-date, making it one of the world's best-performing currencies. Bloomberg also reports that Ghana is on track to reduce its debt-to-GDP ratio below the IMF's 55% target 3 years ahead of the 2028 deadline.
That was a Business Desk report. The mining sector contributed 17.7 billion Ghana cedis in revenue to the government in 2024. This represents a 51.2% increase from 11.7 billion Ghana cedis in 2023. According to the Ghana Chamber of Mines, dividends paid to the state soared by over 600% to 1.03 billion Ghana cedis. This was disclosed by the president of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Michael Edem Akafia, at the Chamber's 97th annual general meeting.
Our sector contributed 17.7 billion Ghana cedis in fiscal payments to the government in 2024, a 51.2% increase from the 11.7 billion that it was in 2023. This accounted for 24.3% of direct domestic taxes and 9.5% of total government revenue. Dividend paid for 2024 was a record for that year. It surged by 600% to 1.3 billion Ghana cedis. This translated into a rise in the mining sector's share of contribution to direct domestic taxes from 22.7% in 2023 to 24.3% in 2024.
You are the president of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Michael Edem Akafi. The acting chief executive officer of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation, Dr. Tony Obin, has advised African countries to adopt a cautious and strategic approach in responding to global calls for a swift transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy. His remarks come at a time when international momentum for decarbonization is intensifying. Dr. Tony Obin has been speaking during a panel discussion at the 2025 Africa Energy Technology Conference, calling for a balanced approach towards energy transition.
Africa should not feel shy about the use of its resources just because fossil fuel has become discredited in the minds of some people. I mean, given the amount of discovery that is occurring on the planet, on the continent, we cannot afford to feel shy by using our hydrocarbons. And again, there's no law in this world that is saying that stop using fossil fuel, hydrocarbons. It says transition. So move away from that. So it's a process. And I like the concept of just transition, and that should be so.
Dr. Tony Obin is Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. And that's all for City Business News. On Eyewitness News, I am Melody Fafa. But if up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ugomi, and what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind said, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside? I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Polytech is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytech, we get some more Rambo and get some more Super. And the Polytech, we did Polytech. The best.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma. The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go. Everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Well, this is Eyewitness News on 97.3 CTFM. A very, very late edition of Eyewitness News, owing to the fact that we spent all evening following proceedings at the NIB, National Investigations Bureau, where former Vice President Dr. Bawumia arrived earlier, hoping to see Chairman Wontumi, the MPP chairman for Ashanti region. He was not able to see him, even though he was allowed access into the NIB gates. But while all of that is happening, there's also a campaign on the suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. There's a group known as Coalition of Political Parties, namely New Patriotic Party, National Democratic Party, Liberal Party of Ghana, and People's National Party. The coalition sent a petition to His Excellency Maher Khai, who is Dean of the Diplomatic Corps and Ambassador of Lebanon to Ghana, and they are simply demanding international community action and intervention on what is happening in relation to the Chief Justice. Go to our website, citynewsroom.com. We have that and many other stories for you. But that's how we end tonight's edition of Eyewitness News, which came to you from our studios in Accra. I am Umar Rusanda Amado. I did this with Fafa Kotufe. Production by Sami Wiafi, Bevelyn London, Kobina Wilson. Manuel Ayama and Juliana Odami Asari. Technical support from Daniel Squashi. New media support from Emmanuel Owusu and the new media team. Eyewitness News returns on Monday at 17:30 GMT. Meanwhile, if you want more news and current affairs, tune in to Channel 1 TV at 8 p.m. tonight. We have Channel 1 Newsroom or CNR for you. And tomorrow at 9 a.m. on City FM and Channel 1 TV, we have The Big Issue. But if you are a sports enthusiast, which I know you are, then you have to stay tuned in for the program coming up next. It's Sports Panorama. The only show that has a jingle bell. No, it's not jingle bell. Ding dong bell. Where's the bell? Benjamin Ketia is head of
what
sports.
is even a jingle bell, a ding dong bell? What is that?
Ding dong. That's a ding dong bell.
Oh, Lord.
Actually, no, that's not what you play. That ding dong is a doorbell, eh?
See,
jingle bell is the one they play during Christmas.